Groovy.
Is this enough? With James O'Donoghue and David Hoare.
Welcome home. Welcome. Come on in and close the door. And welcome to episode 50 of Is This Enough? My name is James O'Donoghue, nervous tummy, and with me as always is David Hoare, cheeky buddy. This is the truly excellent and brilliant game show that is both excellent and brilliant, and we've come up with 3 rounds each. Neither of us, that's right, neither of us knows what the other one has prepared. 50 episodes, David, well done.
Yeah, nearly carried out in a consistent fashion. Hooray!
Yeah, 50 episodes over 50 years.
Yeah,
it's a great achievement. 50
just snorted there. That's good.
And we're doing the cocaine round already. 50 episodes is a great achievement. 50 episodes of fun, frivolity, and games with me, James. Let's listen to a compilation of our best moments. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. I think that was the wrong file. Let me try this next one here. No, sorry, that's a compilation of the best moments of Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL. Here is here's the right one. Here's the right one.
The Is This Enough Players presents James O'Donoghue and David Hoare in Samuel Beckett's Endgame.
Finished, it's finished, nearly finished, it must be nearly finished. Grain upon grain, one by one and one. Suddenly there's a heap, a little heap, impossible heap. I can't be punished anymore.
Stop! I love it.
Oh dear. There is, of course, all to play for this week because there is a prize for the winner and the forfeit for the loser. Our guest judge this week is, of course, my friend. It's Robert fucking Warple. Hello, boys! Well. I remember my 50th episode of the podcast. Where there's a week, there's a way. I present it every week from the division lobby in Parliament with the ghost of Pitt the Elder, the ghost of the Duke of Wellington, and Emily Maitlis. Last week, James won a Spider-Man mug. Well done. The only mug I can see here is you. Whereas David won a Spider-Man 3 emo haircut. David, I think you look very handsome, but
Thank you.
think that you must stop sexually harassing women while walking down the street and doing little dances.
Okay.
This week, the winner gets a signed mug from Victoria, Derbyshire. And the loser gets mugged by Laura Koonsberg. Good luck, boys!
Shout came down the walls of Jericho. A word whispered in the wind, and it said, Robert fucking Warple. Robert fucking Warple. Yeah.
David,
Yeah.
need I remind you, you are under oath. And here is the oath in question.
Keep it light, keep it tight, please don't fuck my wife. Keep it
Well, David, with the solemn vow that no wives will be fucked, it's over to you for round 1.
Round 1.
Whoa! James, round 1 is, of course, called General Knowledging. James, wow, we're 50. Do you know who else is 50? People born between February 4th, 1974 and February 3rd, 1975. But are these celebrities, I'm going to tell you, at time of recording, 50 years old? Now, it wouldn't be like celebrities to tamper with parts of themselves to make it seem like they are not the age that they are. So this could be difficult. It's not quite one of my favorite games I used to play on my Twitch stream was How Old Is This Old Person? Where I'd look up how old somebody I thought old was and we'd have to guess, and it was always difficult. But James, question number 1. Is Kanye West 50 years old?
No, I don't think he is. I think he must be a sprightly 25.
You think Kanye West is 25?
No, I think he's maybe in his late 40s.
He's 47, correct. Well done.
Oh,
This is for 50 points a question. What a surprise. James, question dos. Number 2, is Kate Moss 50? Oh, thinking.
yes.
Thinking.
No, she's older than 50.
What?
I think
Hang
Kate
on.
Moss must be older than 50.
Incorrect. Kate Moss is 50 years old.
Oh my word.
So you do not get the points, but you do get a greater understanding of Kate Moss. Question number 3, is Christian Bale 50 years old? Our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, let me just think of...
No.
No,
Batman.
don't shut me up.
Machinist.
La da 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 like this. The fuck is wrong with you, you fucking prick? I want you off my set. I, Christian Bale, who at time of recording is... Yes, I'm going to say that he is 50.
Correct.
Hooray.
Christian Bale is indeed 50 years old. He's doing pretty good for it, I think. Despite some outbursts. Question number 4, Alex Jones.
As in...
Folks, you're going to want to Google Barack Obama 9/11.
Alex Jones.
Or Alex Jones from the... Okay. I think Alex Jones is over 50.
Incorrect. Alex Jones, the crazy man, is 50 years old. Same age as Kate Moss and Christian Bale.
Well, I'll be.
Question number 5, Alex Jones.
Here we bloody go. I don't think Alex Jones is 50.
She's 47, correct.
There we
She is
go. From the one show.
From the Juan show.
From Juan's show.
Question number 6, Shakira. So good they named her twice. Her hips don't lie, but does her birth certificate?
Yes. Shakira is 50.
Shakira...
No, Shakira is not 50. Surely not.
Oh man, you're having such a crisis of confidence.
Would Shakira and Kate Bush be the same age?
Kate Moss.
Kate Moss.
Kate
be
Bush
the
is
same
probably
age.
well older than 50.
This is where my problem was with Kate Moss earlier. I thought you meant Kate Bush. I forgot who is Mossy and who is Bushy. So
Yes,
when you said
sorry,
she's
they
50,
are both Kate
I was
Foliage,
like,
I guess.
hang on. That
Are there any other Kate Foliages?
Kate
Tree, Kate Flower. There's got to be like some kind of
Kate Tree Tunstall.
She does write it out as KT.
And
If you can think of any other foliage-based Kates, can you email in your answers to isthisenoughpodcasting@gmail.com? Because I'd like to be reminded of other foliage-based Kates. But no, Kate Bush did her first tour in 1979 when I think she was like 19. The Kate Moss was born in 1975, I think, or 74 even. Sorry. So she would have only been 5 at the time of Kate Bush doing a tour.
Fantastic.
Anyway,
Fantastic.
Shakira. So good they named her 4 times.
Marvelous.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yes, 50.
No, she's 47 years old.
Oh, there's a lot of 47s.
There are quite a few 47-year-olds.
There's more 47s here than in the Hitman games.
Mm-hmm.
For frick's sake.
I'm assuming they hear this all the time, but my dad, I think some people are like, haha, funny, but like my dad genuinely was like, tell me more about this Enter Shakira band. And I'm like, no.
Lole, lol.
Waka waka, hey. I'm 47. Question number 7. Joaquin Phoenix. Is he 50?
Oh, I think he isn't yet.
You think he isn't yet 50?
Not yet. A while.
Well, you would be wrong. Joaquin Phoenix is indeed 50. Same age as Kate Mosh, not Kate Bush, and Alex Jones, the man, or more importantly, the twat, and Christian Bale. Question number 8. Gerard Way?
Gerard
My
Way.
Chemical Romance, and also Umbrella Chronicles comic book writer.
Gerard
inventor of
Way.
The Fringe.
Gerard Way younger than 50, I think.
Correct, he's 47. That's very, very
What's
good.
going on with this now?
Question number 9. Piss drinking twat face Bear Grylls. Is he 50?
He certainly looks it.
Yeah, he's really gone to town and going publicly about how much of a friend he is with one Russell Brand. And I think a few people are like, oh, turns out the guy who was encouraging us to drink piss on BBC Two is a bad guy.
I'm going to say no, but I'm going to say he's got the head of a 50-year-old goat. Take that, Bear Grylls.
No, he's 50. And finally, Leonardo DiCaprio. Is he 50?
No, 47, surely.
No, he's 50.
Woo! What a busy boy.
50 years older than the age of his girlfriend in 20 years' time. At the end of that round, it's 250 points to you, James. You're firmly in the lead. I love you. I'm very proud of you. It's over to you for round 2.
Round 2.
Well, David, I have no joy in saying this, but the round that I had for round 2 was, is this person 50? David, here's the catch with that. I forgot to write that round. And we pressed record. I got on my little document. I scrolled down and I thought, oh dear. We're going to play a game called Hell Simulator 5000. Because if I feel caught out, it's time for you to as well. David, in a moment, I'm going to get you to mute your microphone. I'm then going to say a job down the microphone for the listener to hear, and then you're going to interview for that job and see if you can guess what job it is.
Return of Hell Simulator. Oh, yes, I've done this before. When you say mute my microphone, do you mean mute my headphones?
No, you can listen in.
I can listen, I just can't interject.
Yes, please. Could you mute your headphones?
Oh, wow, it's almost like you didn't plan this. Okay,
it's almost like.
What
sign
are you going to give me when I can listen again?
I'm going to throw my heart out to you.
No.
I'm gonna leave the American Anglican Church.
No, give me a visible sign that isn't anti-Semitic.
I am
Please.
Okay, you want a visible sign that is not anti-Semitic. I'm going to
Is this round actually called filling for time?
Yeah. This round is called Philip for Time. He's our next guest.
No. Can you just give me a thumbs up?
I'll give you a thumbs up. I'll give you a Cooper-style thumbs up.
I've muted my mic. I can't hear you. I've muted my headphones. Damn it. You've infected me with devils.
Bloody wish he would mute his mic. Yeah, now it's just me and you. We should get to know each other more. Let's go for a drink. Here's the thing. David is going to interview for the job of a writer of obituaries for chickens.
I have unmuted my headphones and my mic.
Let the Hell Simulator 5000 begin. Mr. Hoare, please come in. Do take a seat. Do take a seat.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Did you find the place well?
Yes.
Absolutely marvelous. Now, I'm looking through your CV. You have a few transferable skills. What do you think you could bring to the role?
Confidence?
I like that. That's a good answer. Confidence is, of course, quite well needed in a position such as this. Would you say that you are an emotional person?
Am I an emotional person? I am an emotional person. I let my feelings be felt. I let my feelings be known in a constructive way.
Very
Yes.
good, very good. Occasionally, though, this job may need you to veer away from your personal feelings into more sensitive realms. Do you think that that's something you could do?
Away from my feelings into sensitive realms.
Yes.
Could you elaborate?
Well, you might be writing about the subject, and maybe actions were taken that you didn't appreciate at the time, but it would still require a deft hand.
Well, I have in the past written things that turned out to be jokes, so I'm okay with detaching myself from what actually is reality.
Very good, very good. Next item, David.
Yeah.
Can you work to a deadline? Dead, of course, being an important word here.
Oh, due to my ADHD, not only am I one of the best people you have in the office when I arrive mostly on time, but also I can only work to deadlines. I simply cannot work without them.
Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. Now.
Now.
Fan of eggs?
Fan of eggs.
Fan of eggs?
In what capacity? To look at or to consume?
Fan of eggs?
I like to look at eggs. I like to play the maracas that are shaped like eggs. I like eggs in pancakes, but I don't like to eat just eggs.
Very good, very good, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to take a guess yet? You get 3 guesses.
This isn't my guess, but I originally thought, because you were like, I have to write and talk about actions of something that not good. I thought it was going to be Bear Grylls biographer, which not. But no thanks. Is it some variety of obituary writer?
Very good, very good. Right, that's the general ballpark. In part 2, we're going to find the specific.
Okay.
Well done, David Hoare. You got to the second round of interviews.
Hooray!
This is a dimension of the round that I hadn't expected, but there we are.
I think
David.
all of this is something you hadn't expected.
Son of a bitch. I had an unfortunate meeting earlier that blew a lot of stuff out of my mind. There we go. David writing obituaries, but for who, or should I say, what? David, have you any allergies to any sorts of skin, furs, or anything else?
I think I might be allergic to brass.
To brass. Well, you
No.
won't find a lot of brass here.
Okay. But I don't think I'm
have-
allergic to feathers. I don't like pillows made with stuffed with feathers because they get very pointy, and it turns out I'm quite neurodivergent.
Have you ever put your beak in it, shall we say?
My own personal beak in it.
Yes.
Okay. In what? Sorry.
In just with your just other people's business.
Have I ever put my beak in other people's business? Consensually, yes.
There we go. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. David,
Yeah.
how are you with other languages?
To quote the great Bruce Willis in the very well acted but horrifically plotted Fifth Element, I speak 2 languages, English and bad English.
Very good. Very good. That may be a bit of a problem going forward. We do need a working basic understanding of, if I were to say bakar, I would need you to understand the basics of that. Particularly with our audience, our readers, and their specific needs. Okay.
Can I have a guess?
You may guess.
Is it obituary writer in the universe where Howard the Duck is from?
It's not obituary writers for the Howard the Duck cinematic universe.
Shit.
You have one more guess.
Okay. Do you have any more questions for me?
David. Do you like KFC?
Boneless Banquet is quite good. KFC without the gravy is pointless. I would only really ever have it if I'm out and about, and it's like the most convenient thing.
That might be a bit of a problem. That might seem a bit of a conflicted interests.
Am I interviewing for a chicken obituary?
Yes, David, well done. You're interviewing for a chicken obituary, and that is the end of round 2. The Hell Simulator 5000. It was hell for me, hell for you. David, at the end of that round, I'm going to give you a big hand.
666 points.
You are going to get, because it was the 5,000, you're going to get 5,000 points.
Ah! Thank you,
we go.
Satan. Oh, sorry, James?
Hey, come on
you're
now.
too confused.
David.
Yeah.
Now that's done.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness. It's over to you.
Round 3.
Bonjour, James. Or should I say Jones? James. We're 50. 50th episode. How are you? How do you feel about it?
That's pretty good. 50 episodes. Look at that. Look at that. We've done some of the dumbest shit on this podcast, and it's always fun. I always love plugging it as well at gigs, because it means that I can do the Liz Truss or the Big Red Bus thing.
Mm-hmm.
This
I
is
will also
fun.
say that the Rachel Reeves versus Keanu Reeves one is also a very good one to plug it.
That was a very good one. And yes, so we are at the moment veering more into live stuff, more and more, which is fucking excellent. This is the kind of dumb shit that I've wanted to do.
Yeah.
Since I started.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally, I find that when you're at a gig, you can set off to do some dumb stuff that is just for you, and you realize that that will not go with the crowd. But here, I can't hear the crowd. If you're listening to it and hated around or would have thought last round was kind of shit, James, what the fuck? I don't know that you've said that. I can fight you. I can't fight a crowd in real life because they'll go to prison for murder. I can creep through the headphones now and get you, though. I could release a note that makes you shit yourself.
So, how do you feel about the podcast? You said, I will fight you. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's been one of those weeks, quite frankly. It's good. I like doing podcasts. I also like that this isn't just a dude bro comedians having a chat podcast where we sit in a flat that's been painted the landlord's special, wearing no shoes. I watched a clip from a podcast and I was annoyed that I saw people's socks. That's fine, but you're a slipper. That's very good. But
that did not smell pleasant. I got just close to my nose and I went, ah!
Yeah.
Good.
I will also point out that I missed my chance to have a shower before recording 2 episodes today, so I might look particularly greased.
I was wondering what the little wispy lines coming up from
all the flies buzzing around me. And I'm being sick over my own stink from my balls.
Stinky balls.
Stinky balls. But it's also, this has been such a silly way to generate stuff.
Yeah.
And to push me into generating stuff and to push me into, I'm going to make some music. Oh, the timing's bad.
It's so enjoyable when you do it.
I'm going to make a scanned picture of someone's face. Oh, I've lost the file. It's also the first time we did it, particularly this way, where we do it in one go, and we can stop and edit and jangle stuff around if we name the street that we live in or something. But it's a nightmare, so we keep it as little of that as possible. The first time we did that, that was kind of terrifying. And then, with however many episodes down, I can go, oh, I forgot to write around. And then it's fun. And we do it a big laugh. And thank you all very much for listening.
Yeah, I fucking love when I see you live or you send me a little clip of what you've been doing live. And what you've done is taken something you sort of like did a first draft of for this, and then you do it live and it just works amazingly. And I'm like, oh, great. You got out of your own way because you were just trying to make me laugh.
Yeah.
You were like, oh, shit, I need to record an episode or 2 of the podcast today. What bullshit can I get out of my brain? And then you're like, oh, this will probably make David laugh. And then you finish it and you're like, that could make people other than David laugh as well. And I'm always like, yes. So, yeah. That's fantastic. Well, James, because I love you and you did really good at expressing how much you have done well in this podcast, I'm going to give you 69 million points.
Hey!
Putting you on 69,250,000 points. It's over to you for round 4.
Round 4.
Dinner for 2 with a terrible view. David, 50 episodes. Explain.
Well, 1, 2. No. So for those of you who don't know, James.
No. I wasn't done yet.
3. This has turned into Dom Jolly going to a poetry slam night and just reading out numbers, and every time he gets to like 50 people or like 100, people went mental. It's a very good clip. It's really good. So for those of you who don't know, James and I shared a bunch of car shares to gigs when we were like open mic comedians in Bristol, traveling to like parts of Somerset and Devon and Cornwall or whatever, Wales. And the subject of shooting stars would come up and we'd be like, I want to do a quiz show like that. And I was always keen to do some kind of quiz show. And then everybody always comes up with ideas all the time. goes, "Oh, we should do that." Nothing ever happens. I was running a gig at the Windmill pub in Bristol, and a bunch of comedians were just loitering outside. They all left, all said goodbye and left, and I went to turn around to come back inside, and James suddenly returned and just pointed at me and went, "We should actually do a game show."
Yeah.
And I went, "Yes." So then we did 2 live shows, which we took up the whole evening. Involved rounds, Shape This Mash, Best Swear Words. I can't even remember all the other. Alan Bennett, film plots as described by Alan Bennett.
Yeah.
And we did 2 of those before my life fell apart for a bit, and then when my life got back on track a bit, the world was shut down for a bit due to the pandemic, and then James fucked off to London, moved away from Bristol, and I didn't get to chat to James as much. And then I had more time, and James had a bit more time finishing their degree. So then it was like, well, let's try and turn this into a podcast. So we did, and we just gave it a go. And I partly did it. I think I mentioned this before. I was in a green room with Christopher MacArthur Boyd, and he was like, "Have you got a podcast?" And I went, "No, but I've got a bunch of ideas." And he went, "Well, just try one, and then give that a go. And then if it doesn't work out, or you come up with a better one, you've at least got some experience doing that." So I don't know if I ever thanked Chris to his face, but thank you, Christopher MacArthar Boyd, for shoving me in that direction. And I was like, well, the best option I have is this with James, because I already know I've got somebody to bounce off with. So then we did that, and it was a bit weird, and there's some teething issues, but we're here at 50 episodes plus a bunch of mini episodes and a couple of live shows, and we've got, if you're listening to this now, Chops Comedy, March 4th. So I think that'll be the next Tuesday after this is released on the Thursday. We're headlining Chops Comedy, doing this live again.
Yeah.
At this point, we have no idea what we're doing because it's too far. We're making a bit of a backlog, but to wake up in the morning on the day
Feeling
of a record,
like Pete. Oh no.
No. Peter Parker. No. I can I try and think of things as and when, but and I try and do it like at least the night before, but quite often I'll wake up and be like, shit, I need to come up with some rounds today. And it just means that I just have to come up on the spot with stuff, and you don't have an opportunity to go, oh, well, I'll overthink this. And it's just so fun just to be like, right, okay, how do I make this sillier? How do I make this sillier? How can I make James laugh? And then if something doesn't work, you basically, if you're like, oh, that won't make James laugh, you either have to fix it or get rid of it. And it just is a great editing tool. And as James says, it's like so much fun you've just got to go for it and do it and try it out. Not everything works, but there's also the element of, we used to record it in a longer session, much more convolutedly, and it would all be, we could edit it down, but that took too long. And then we discovered this method where we literally trigger off everything live, and it's just all in one long go. We still have to edit stuff out occasionally, but it makes it feel more exciting and in the moment. It's just great just to have something where you can just lob ideas out and just flex those muscles. And as James said, it's like severely low stakes, but I hope that James enjoys it, and then I hope that you guys enjoy it. And please keep spreading the word. And I can't wait to do more of these. We've got a load of silly ideas to keep going with things, but this couple of live shows, we hope that the live shows will become more of a thing, even more. But yeah, it's so much fucking fun just to come up with absolute stupid nonsense. You have to kind of pull the reservoir of your knowledge. You get to find out so much about another human just by asking them, not by like trying to ask the right questions in clever conversation, but just by asking them the dumbest shit, and then they tell you that they don't know who Denise Richards is, and you're like, okay.
It's a good lesson in don't be cool, because the cool thing to say was like, yeah, we should start a podcast, and then never do it.
Yeah.
The cool thing to do is to suggest something. The really uncool thing is to do it and to go, oh, let's do a thing. Yeah, cool. When shall we meet? That's not cool. That's not a cool thing to do, but it's fucking good and useful.
And also, I've had several people tell me that their favorite part is the How Are You round. Now, let me tell you, the first time we did the How Are You round was literally just, we asked the audience how they were in the live show. We went, "How are you?" They said, "Fine," and we were like, you lose 5 points." And that was pretty much the whole bit. And then when we just did a first episode, we just gave the format a try. It's obviously taken a few different turns.
Yes.
But I thought this was going to be predominantly a game show podcast, but it's kind of a friendship podcast. Obviously, James has gone to fucking London, abandoned me. But it's just meant that we've stayed in touch and probably seen each other way more than we even would have done without.
Oh, I think when we lived in Bristol, we'd see each other like a couple of times a month because we'd be at the same gig, or we'd be like, "Are you about to do some writing?" and all of that. But this also, a lot of this comes from a point where we were both unemployed and would meet up for big breakfasts where we would get drunk. And like I was,
whenever you say it, I'm always like, it wasn't like let's get drunk. It was more my life had fallen apart. You were in a bad place. We both didn't have a job, and we would meet up for a breakfast and also buy prosecco,
and then
make mimosas and be like, "Hey, we can have mimosas. We can do whatever we want." We would just be like, "Let's go shit face." It was like, "Oh, on top of this, let's just add a mimosa into this," and then we were like a little bit silly for the rest of the day.
It's also, and I'm going to say this on air, when you do acting, you have to have certain memories. Like the whole thing of like, you have to have emotional memory for when you're really sad, and that'll make you cry. There's bollocks, and it's always bollocks. And Stanislavski thought it was bollocks. He just had like, oh, if you're really fucked for ideas, then just think of something sad and you'll cry. I'm not someone who cries when they're sad. I cry because something is nice or beautiful or lovely. My memory that I will use to well up because something is nice is it was one of the first times we were allowed out after lockdown, and it was just me and David sat by Clifton Suspension Bridge while it was kind of early sunset, and we just made each other laugh. So
that's quite nice.
Make sure you're nice to your friends.
Yeah, make sure you have fun with your friends, dickheads. Come on now.
Yeah. I thought you were calling them cum goblins. And for that reason, I'm giving you 90 million points.
But if I hadn't called them cum goblins, I wouldn't be getting such an incredible score.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was going to give you a mere threepenny bit. So, David, as we swing into... Oh, fuck, I'm an episode late. Swing into round 5. It's over to you.
Round 5.
Oh my goodness, James. Round 5 is called Remorse Code. James, trying to communicate your feelings can be difficult, as experienced in the past 2 rounds. Humans have found many ways of doing it over the years. Words, songs, hugs, paintings, sculpture, riots, and aromas. But is this piece of Morse code expressing remorse or not? This is for 50,000 points. The question I'm going to
50 big ones.
You're going to have to find out whether this piece of Morse code is actually expressing remorse or not. It's over to me for a question mark. I don't know what happened there. It's question that I just had one of those moments I've talked about before where my brain was like, I need all the dopamine to do all the things. Oh, this is going quite well. And then my dopamine goes, bye! And it just a second. Is this expressing remorse or not?
Yes.
Remorse code. You think that is expressing remorse? Well, let's find out together.
I'm sorry.
Correct. That is, of course, expressing remorse. So that's 50,000 points to there, James. Question number 2. Is this Morse code actually remorse code?
No.
Well, let's find out together.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh.
No remorse there. So correct. That's another 50,000 points to you there. You can see how. Do you know the band Rush?
Yes.
Have you heard the song YYZ by Rush?
No.
It's in 5/4. Not really a song, it's instrumental. It's based off the Morse code for Toronto because they would obviously fly in planes, and as they were landing down, it would go. And Neil Peart, the drummer, was like, "Hey, pretty good." So then they made a fucking like prog metal, amazing piece of music that's based off of that.
Nice.
Which is rad. Question number 3. Is this remorse code?
If I know my bleeps and bloops well, and that is, if I'm not mistaken, I apologise for shitting during the funeral of Sir Winston Churchill. TTFN.
So you're saying it is remorse code?
Yes.
Okay, let's just find out if it is.
I never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you any pain.
Correct. That wasn't, as you said, shitting in, was it Winston Churchill's casket? That was just the opening line to Purple Rain by Prince. Question.
We hope you enjoy Bleeps and Bloops, the musical.
Now it's time to party like it's boop, 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 boop. Question number 4, your final one. James, could this be remorse code?
Imagine someone is listening to this. Imagine someone's Imagine someone's listening to this podcast, and then someone goes, "Hey, what are you listening to?" and takes the headphone out of their ear and puts it in just for that bit, and then they're like, "Oh, my friend is a robot."
Maybe.
I think
there's a lot more dark jokes that we've said in the past where they could take it out and be worse, but somebody would weirdly think it's weirder if they're, I'm just listening to Morse code.
I'm listening to the sweariest podcast in town. I think that was remorse code.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Okay, let's just see if you're right.
Oh, good for you, and how was it? I hope it was fucking good because it's useless now, isn't it? Fuck's sake, man, you're amateur.
Yes!
So unfortunately that was zero remorse from Christian Bale there on the set of Terminator Salvation. Let me tell you, James, I was trying to do the previous bit where he is complaining about the lights coming down, which you obviously like to do. And that piece of Morse code came in at 3 minutes and 42 seconds. So I decided to use a later bit that only came in at a minute of Morse code, maybe a minute 14 seconds. I thought I'd show you some mercy on the Morse code. You certainly know your Morse code well. James, you're on 69,150,250 points. It's over to you for round 6.
Round 6.
Well. David, round 6, of course, is this week hosted by me.
Woo! Finally!
Rarity, but I've not put any.
Finally putting a shift in. Is this because you've forgotten to prepare a round again?
No. This round is called I'm sorry, but we're simply overwhelmed. David, a few weeks ago, we invited listeners to send in rounds and questions. And let me tell you, since then, the inbox has been overflowing with emails. Sadly, these are from various crypto scams and also dick pills. But there are also a few.
He prefers to be
questions.
called Richard Pills, to be fair. So
There's a few questions from former guests, and they want to ask us some questions. They've sent in some audio files, and let's see.
Can I
see
just say
who-
before that I was watching this, just to give you a time frame. Last night I was watching a bit of the Grammys,
Ooh,
which was fucking stupid because Best Rock Song was won by, that current band, The Beatles, for And Now and Then, and Best Rock Album was won by, that really current rock band, The Rolling Stones, for their bullshit album Hackney Diamonds. Absolute fucking madness. It was absolutely ridiculous. And obviously, they're doing that at the Staples Center in LA post fires and everything, and everybody, there was some, and Chaperone did a fucking fantastic speech when she talked about when she won Best New Artist. But the thing that I took away from it is that those poor fucking hosts, they can't call it the Staples Center. They have to call it the Crypto.com Center.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Oh my word.
Oh no. Anyway, let's hear about some of these questions from previous guests.
Well, David, these are all worth 5,050 points because this is, of course, in memory of Dave Benson Phillips, host of 50/50. He's not dead. I just like to remember him. Here's our first question.
Okay.
Oh, no. What? Oh, I've put my foot in it.
He presented Get Your Own Back.
Oh.
Hello, David. It's Michael Holmbill, theatre reviewer extraordinaire. Now, can you tell me, who is this I'm talking to?
Please get your hands off of me. Ow.
That's Christopher Walken.
That was, of course, cheeky boy of the sea and sky, Christopher Walken. Goodbye. I will kill again.
My, Delilah. That was, of course, Michael Holmill there.
I have an update.
Oh?
Not only is Dave Benson Phillips very much alive, but the list of shows he was on: Play Days, Sooty, Words and Pictures, obviously Get Your Own Back, and then Come Dine With Me and Celebrity Juice. But no 50/50. 50/50 was Sally, Scottish lady. What's the face?
Well,
Sorry.
I'll be a monkey.
You've come at me with bad 90s kids TV knowledge, which is one of my areas of mild expertise. And also one of my main areas of pedantry.
Well.
Sorry,
who's this message from?
Hello, David. It's me, Sir Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister. David, I thought it would be fun if we were to have a fun little joke on your podcasts. I am partial to fun little jokes. David, could you tell me how to fix an economy?
Oh, so Sir Keir there, looking for ideas by the sounds of it.
I think the best way to fix an economy is to pay people a living wage and to get the people who don't need to keep as much of their money to live sufficiently to get them to pay slightly more than the people who are struggling to make ends meet.
I enjoyed your answer. I think it was fun and indeed good.
I would have said using the tools that my father has made, but in reality, growth must come first, and through very strict fiscal... We cut him off there, he just kept going.
A very strict fisting.
Which
Which, of course, means a punch in the face.
Of course. So, well, I'm going to give you the points for that anyway, because what does bloody he know? Hey, I'll see you Parliament Square with the tractors. Who's bloody this in the inbox?
Hello, David. It's me, Gary Newman. Could you tell me what song this is I'm playing, please?
Have you an answer for Gary?
Fuck me, I love Gary Newman. He's so great. That was Gary Newman playing the EastEnders. Oh, no, it's Anita Dobson. Anyone can fall in love.
That was, of course, Anyone Can Fall in Love. Have a lovely rest of your day, guys.
All right, who else have we got here? Look at here.
Hello, David. It's Robert Peston. What kind of pesto am I describing? Red.
Is it red pepper pesto?
That is, of course, tomato.
Back
to
you. Well, David.
I know my theme tunes, but I don't know my pesto.
Well, I see you know your theme tunes, but don't know your pesto well. One final one, and I think we might know who this is from.
David, it's me, your old pal Rodney Pump, film mogul and fixer to the stars. Can you tell me what movie this line is from? This looks like the start of a beautiful friendship.
Oh.
It's a classic movie.
The start of a beautiful friendship. Is it The Human Centipede?
No, of course not. What could it be?
This looks like the start of a beautiful friendship. I genuinely don't know. Is it Batman and Robin?
It's not Batman and Robin. Well, let's find out who it is. Rodney, take it away.
It was, of course, Casablanca with Humphrey Bogart. I, of course, worked on the sequel, Casablanca 2, The Fifth Reich, with Humphrey Yogurt. Those were smelly days. I love you, you mook. Bye-bye, boys.
That was a little drive-by appearance there from Rodney Pump. David, we've cleared the inbox. It's time for the results. The results, of course, are now being presented by Sir Robert Walker. Well, David, at the end of the show, let me check the score. My. Would you believe it? James has 69,150,250 points. However, in the lead is David Hoare with 90,020,150 points. Very good. What excellent results. So, James is getting mugged by Laura Koonsberg as we speak, whereas David will receive a signed mug from Victoria Derbyshire. Very good. And to those listeners, before I go back into the cold, dark void, I want to say thank you. I know that for many of you, these segments are baffling, strange, and alienating, but the more you listen to, the more powerful I get. Soon I shall be unstoppable and will raise an army to recapture Parliament. Goodbye, boys!
Shocking down the walls of Jericho, a word whispered in the wind, and it said, Robert fucking Warble. Robert fucking Warble. Yeah.
All of the clues were there that he was an agent of the Black Lodge.
There we go, David.
We just
there we
didn't
go.
know.
Well, David.
Yep.
We kept it light.
Yep.
At under an hour, we kept it tight.
Yeah.
And let me just check with my wife. Oh, my word. David,
Oh, God.
this has been Is This Enough? If people want to find Is This Enough, then they can have a look on our socials at Is This Enough Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. They could email us at isthisenoughpodcasting@gmail.com, and they could be part of our mailing list on Substack at isthisenoughpod.substack.com, which is where you can find out about anything we've got coming up, such as our exciting live shows in the future. And
just say,
our
is that-
upcoming
is this
production.
Is this enough podcast.substack.com? Because the pod one broke a bit and was confusing. It does sort of exist, and I tried to delete it, and I need to get rid of it. But it's is this enough podcast.substack.com.
My God. You may say to yourself, my God, what have I done? David, we've got some exciting live shows, of course, coming up in the future. We also have, as teased, our production of Samuel Beckett's Endgame. So please get your tickets for that. David, if someone wants to find you,
come and find me. Yes. Is This Enough Live? Chops Comedy, March 4th. At Bar 57 in Bristol. Please come along. Please bring your friends. It'll be fucking nonsense.
please bring your wives. You hear what happened?
No wives shall be fucked by anyone other than husbands, or consensual, whatever. It's Bristol, so polyamory is rife. Hey now. I'm a rock star. You're a rock star. Please find me at David Hoare LOL on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and davidhoare.substack.com on Substack for my mailing list. And yeah. James, this has been great.
Absolutely
Happy 50th
bloody
birthday
marvelous.
to you.
I've been James O'Donoghue. You can find me at Is That James O on Insta, James O Comedy on Blue Sky, and Let the James Begin on TikTok. Thank you very much for listening. Please do leave us a review on your podcast app of choice. And
please send us in your rounds if you have them to Is This Enough Podcasting.
Send us in your rounds.
gmail.com.
We'll read out any reviews we get in the next week. If they are good, we'll not read out reviews if they're bad. We will read them, but we'll cry. And thank you very much for listening and for listening to us do our stupid podcast. And I'm going to leave you now on the sonorous tones of Mr. David Hoare. Guaranteed.
Sonorous.
Very good.